Hey guys, this is Corey with Custom RV in Amarillo, Texas, and today I have a brand new arrival to show you. This is the 2021.5 Forest River Alpha Wolf model 33BH. This particular trailer comes in at just over 8,000 pounds unloaded and is 38 feet in overall length. We're going to do an interior and exterior walk-around video tour today and talk about some of the awesome features and show you all the ins and the outs of this bath and a half bunkhouse travel trailer. Let's go ahead and we'll jump onto the inside and we'll start in the living and kitchen area. Alright guys, so we're on the inside of this brand new 2021.5 Forest River Alpha Wolf model 33BH. And as you can see here, we're starting in the living area, and you can notice that you have a nice sofa right there, and then right next to that you're gonna have a booth dinette. Now if you're looking for a booth dinette, this one does not have that. Because of the way the living area is arranged and the sofa, they have to go with a 2-bench dinette. You can also see I have all the zebra shades down, which is nice. These zebra shades are absolutely awesome, and they basically let in as much or as little light as you want, which is pretty cool. You can see all of the blue accent lighting there. I'll go ahead and turn that off so you can kind of get a better idea of what they look like. That's all on one switch, which is pretty cool. You can also hear I've got the AC on, and you'll also notice that I'm not having to yell over the AC. This is the 15,000 BTU Coleman Q Series air conditioner, and the nice thing about it is that it's super quiet. It's also super efficient, again, which is really nice. If we look down, and you can kind of see it if we get in real close right there, this also has cabinet ducted heating, which is really cool. The benefit of that is you don't have any heat vents in the floor, so if you have little ones, they're not going to drop crayons, Cheerios, whatever down the furnace vents. We'll come back to the kitchen here in just a minute. I do want to talk about a couple of optional pieces of equipment, one of the big options. This has the 5200 BTU electric space heating fireplace. This is a really cool option. I absolutely love that we put this in here. It just makes sense. And that is a good way to supplement your propane usage, which again is really nice. Above that, you'll notice the little component shelf, and then to the left side of that shelf, you'll notice you have your AM, FM, and Bluetooth stereo system. That's made by a company called Driven, and I really think it's one of the better stereo systems out there for an RV. It sounds great, and especially when you combine that with the 200-watt subwoofer that you see right there. And that'll control the interior and exterior speakers as well. You can see we don't have a TV in this one. TVs are an option. We don't like to bring it in on this floor plan in particular, just to kind of keep the price down, because this is a big bunkhouse unit, and people that are looking at are kind of on a budget. You also notice the USB ports, and if we look down here, you'll notice kind of the simulated live edge, so how it kind of slopes away at the edge, and the dinette has that same thing too, which is really nice. Last thing I want to talk about before we get on to the storage is I want to touch on our control panel here. So right here you have your one control hotspot. If you'd like more information on that, feel free to give us a call. We can definitely get you some information on that. You're also going to have your digital thermostat for your heat and air. That red LED backlit screen on the right there is the juice pack voltage monitor. So that basically tells you how much available volts are left in the battery. So as you can see right now, we have 13.5 to 13.7 because we're plugged into 30 amp service. And then down here you have your tank monitoring panel, your pardon me, your water pump and water heater on gas switches, your lighting controls, and some slide and awning controls. You can Bluetooth this panel to your phone. Basically what you do is you scan that QR code via the LCI One Control app, which is pretty cool. So you can do your lights and your slide outs and awnings. You can't do anything with the water system yet. Hopefully they'll add that here soon. And then this QR code down here is for the LCI Insight rear vision observation camera, which is pretty cool. And I'll talk more about that on the outside. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap it up for the interior living area. Let's go ahead now and we'll take a look at the storage that, oh, real quick before I do that, before I forget, these both do turn into beds. I'm just not going to put them down right now because this unit actually is getting prepped and ready to go. But these do turn into beds, which is pretty cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll open up all the kitchen storage and a little bit in the living area, and we'll show you what all that has to offer. And I tell you, this has a really, really good amount of storage. Let's go take a look and we'll see what you think. Alright guys, so we'll start right next to the entry door. So this is such a huge feature. You have a nice hanging closet. This could be for jackets, it could be for kids' clothes, whatever you want to use it for. And then you have a nice little cubby hole down there as well as your breakers and fuses. And notice how you have a full viewing window in the entry door, which is very nice. As we come back past the control panel, you'll notice your main pantry space. And if we kind of get in there a little closer, you'll notice it goes all the way back to the sidewall. So you've got a pretty good amount of space there, and again, another little cubby hole down there. You're also going to have two big drawers under the dinette. These are 40 inches deep, which is very nice for pots and pans and things of that sort. If we come back over here, you'll notice the hand sanitizer station, and then you have your high-rise industrial style faucet. If we remove this cover here, you'll notice the one-piece farm style stainless steel sink. And again, all thermofoil countertops. Notice how big this island is too. And I love that the sink is not centered right in the middle. I love how it's off to one side, so you still have a decent amount of prep space even when you're using the sink. Let's see, I'm going to close that real quick so we can talk about the refrigerator. So right here is your 10.7 cubic foot 12 volt compressor fridge. This is made by Canon, which is very similar to an Everchill. A new note on this is the standard fridge. This is actually the only fridge you can get. You used to be able to get a gas and electric fridge, but that is no longer an option. The big reason for that, they're phasing out the gas electrics because this is a safer fridge. You can actually run it going down the road. Fun fact, you can't run a gas electric fridge going down the road anymore, which is something a lot of people don't know about. It also uses about 3 amps of power once it's down to temp. It uses 9 to 10 amps of power when it is cooling, but it only takes an hour and a half to cool instead of overnight. If we look down here, you'll notice plenty of room for pots and pans and a wastebasket, which is very nice. And if we look over here, you'll notice the 3-burner cooktop. You've got the oven down below in case you want to do some baking. You're also going to have the flip-up glass cover, as you can see right there. Handy power outlet, and then you've got this dual multi-purpose backsplash and cutting board, which is pretty cool. Hood range vent above that. Little bonus cabinet, and that's a pretty good size one. And then right there you've got your microwave. Good countertop space next to the oven and stove, which is really nice. And then if we drop down here, you'll notice another good spot for pots and pans and things of that sort. And no kitchen is complete without some drawers. And as you see right here, you have 3 full extension plywood box ball bearing drawer guided drawers. The top one has the silverware divider, which is really nice. And there's really plenty of room back here. I've noticed on some brands the island is a little narrower on this side than it is on the other side, and I think they did a really good job at giving you enough space back there to cook and, you know, do whatever you need to do if you have multiple people back there. Alrighty guys, let's give you a kind of a view back here from the bunk room. And you're probably wondering what this white box is. This is our starter kit that comes with every new and used trailer purchase. And it's got things like a sewer hose, water hose, electrical adapters. This being a 50 amp unit, you'll get a 50 to a 30 and a 30 to a 15. And then you also get water pressure regulators, RV toilet paper, black tank chemicals, basically the bare essentials that you're going to need to go on that first trip and hook everything up and use the RV properly. And that comes in at no charge, as well as the prep of the unit. So that's another thing that we do that a lot of dealers are starting to charge for, is we fully prep the unit, make sure all the appliances are working, fully burn off the furnace, you know, test the water system to make sure there's no leaks. It's something that a lot of dealers are starting to charge for. And on top of all that, we also show you how to do everything. We show you the do's and the don'ts of camping, whether you're a first timer or whether you're buying your 10th RV. We still show you how to do everything. That way you have all your questions answered on how to operate all the appliances. Alright guys, let's go ahead and we'll jump back to the bunk room and we'll take a look at the half bath while we're back there as well. And I tell you, this has got a pretty good bunk room arrangement, especially for a bigger family. Let's go take a look. Alright guys, so stepping into the bunk room, you will notice that you do have a solid door to shut off the bunk room, so you can tell the kids to go back in there and, you know, on a rainy day and stay out of the living area and leave mom and dad alone. You're going to have a flip up bunk over here, so this will flip up and basically it will lock into these 2 slots there. I'm not going to be able to do it one-handed, but since I'm holding a camera, but it does do that. And then you have a nice jackknife sofa below. This is the same as the one out in the living area. And there's storage underneath that for all the kids' duffel bags and stuff, which is nice. If we look up top, this is where your second air conditioner would go if you chose to add one. So this is a 50 amp unit. It's fully wired, braced, and prepped for a second AC, which is nice. This RV does need 2 ACs. This particular customer just does not want to do that at this time. And that's something you can always do down the road, which is kind of nice. You got some cubby holes and stuff over here. And I love that they're doing the ladder so that you don't have to throw the kids into this top bunk. Over here you can kind of use the sofa for them to get into. And each bunk is going to have household and USB plugs, which is very nice. Even, let's see, where did they put it for over here? There's a couple over here in the slide out as well. I just forget off the top of my head where they put them. Over here, you've got a nice half bath. And this is kind of a rare chance that I don't normally get to show you what these steps look like when they're in the folded up travel position. So as you can see, you have plenty of room to still get in here and do your business if you can't open those steps for some reason. Porcelain foot flush lever toilet. And you can kind of see in there you have a little bit of storage for some extra TP and stuff like that. Pressed membrane countertops. Actually, this is a pretty good sized sink for a half bath. And pretty good sized countertop. You've got a GFI protected outlet, a motion sensor light so the kids don't have to, if they're a little taller, they don't have to stand on top of the toilet to turn on that light up there. And then you'll notice you also have a nice medicine cabinet, which is really nice. And that does have a mirror on it. And then if we look up top here, you're also going to notice that you do have a Max Air or Ultra Breeze vent fan, which is pretty cool. And I do have that running. It's even though the vent's not open, it is still kind of circulating a little bit of the AC, which is kind of nice. And then you have a second entry door, again with a viewing window. I personally would put a thin shade on here because you'll notice both of these are thin shade prepped. I don't know if you can read that or not. And then you have a nice solid door to separate this off. So the cool thing about having a half bath back here is the kids don't have to disturb mom and dad up at the front of the trailer if they need to get up and, you know, do their business at night. And last thing, this does have a spot where you can mount a pretty good sized TV back here if you wanted to as well, which is really, really nice. I just realized I forgot another light. All right, that's going to wrap it up for the bunk room and half bath. Let's go ahead, we'll jump up to the front, and we'll take a look at the master bedroom and bathroom. Let's go take a look. All right, guys, so stepping up into the master bathroom. What we'll do is we'll kind of walk through and then spin back around. So as you can see right here, you have a nice medicine cabinet, and notice that's a corner cabinet, which is really nice. You're going to have another motion sensor light and GFI protected outlet. Pretty good size sink. I would have liked to see the countertop just a little bit bigger, but with the way this bathroom is arranged, I understand why they did that. If we kind of spin this way, you'll notice that you have a nice neo-angle shower and not a travel trailer tub. You can be upwards of 6'2", 6'3", and still shower in here comfortably. You will have to be in the bubble, which is, you know, it is what it is in travel trailers. You're also going to have another Ultra Breeze fan, which again is really nice to help exhaust some of that steam and heat, you know, whenever you first get to your campground. You're also going to have another porcelain foot flush lever toilet, and yet, you know, I completely lost my train of thought. The panel, that's part of the prep. We have that open so we can show you where all the winter bypass or the winterization valves are. And you'll notice that, man, those are easy to get to. I absolutely love that. So many trailers, you can't get to them very easily. And then you'll also notice you have tons of linen closet space. You can use this for kids' clothes, towels, bathroom essentials, whatever, which is really nice. And then you'll also notice you have a pocket door, actually it's on this side, that will shut off the bathroom from the bedroom. You're going to have a 60 by 74 camper queen. You do have enough room where you could put a camp or a residential queen in here if you wanted to. If we look over here, you're going to notice that you do have TV connections and a TV backer. So if you want to add a small bedroom TV, you can. AC and heat in here. You're going to have the pleated night stage, just like in the bunk room. Household and USB outlets on both sides of the bed. Wardrobe space on both sides of the bed. There is storage under the bed too. And then you're also going to have overhead cabinetry that goes all the way across. Now, I would have personally liked to see struts on these, just because you don't have to juggle these when you're trying to put stuff in them. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the interior of the 2021.5 Alpha Wolf Model 33BH. If you thought the interior was nice, just wait till you see the exterior. It has some awesome curb appeal, and it's got a lot of really neat features out there that I think you're really going to like if you're looking for a triple slide, bath and a half bunkhouse. This is a great offering for that. Let's go ahead now. We'll jump onto the outside, and we'll do a quick walk around and show you everything that this has to offer on the outside. We'll see what you think. Let's go take a look. All right, guys, so we're on the outside of this brand new Alpha Wolf Model 33BH. So as you can see up front here, you have a nice fiberglass front cap. That's a 3/4 cap, and you do have the docking lights down here as well. Down here, you've got a power tongue jack, two 20-pound propane tanks with the auto changeover regulator, and you've got a 7-way plug holder and safety chain hooks, which is real nice. Keeps them off the ground and keeps them from getting broken. Down here, you're going to have your Group 27 series battery, which is part of the juice pack. The juice pack consists of that battery, the voltage meter I showed you, a solar charge controller, battery disconnect, and a 50-watt solar panel that's already mounted on the roof. Coming around over here, this is the other side of your pass-through storage. We'll take a look at that from the other side. You're also going to have 4-corner stabilizer jacks. They are the manual variety. And then if we look over here, here's where all your hookups are. So you're going to have your freshwater inlet, city water connection, black tank flush, cable satellite connections, a handy outside shower, extra little light. You're also going to have a 6-gallon gas electric hot water heater with direct spark ignition. Your electric switch is actually out here. Then there's the back side of your furnace. And then if we look down here, here's where your termination valves are. Notice that your gate valves are actually up underneath the trailer in the underbelly. And then there is where you would attach your sewer hose. If we look underneath here, you'll notice that you do have a fully enclosed and heated underbelly, which is really nice. That's going to give you some good extended season use. This also has full 2-inch sidewalls, just like a big fifth wheel, which is really nice. And absolutely love their new graphics. They're nice and edgy and modern. You can see you have 2 slide outs here. And then if we come back between these 2 slide outs, you're going to notice here is where your 50 amp service is. You'll also notice you do have another dump area here. This is for the half bath. And then if we look over here, you're going to notice that you do have your dual axles with the aluminum wheels and the tire pressure monitoring stem caps. So basically, if these are green, you're good. If they're yellow or they're red, you need to add air. Coming back around this way, and again, I apologize for any wind noise. It is never calm here in the Texas Panhandle. But you've got your rear travel rack that has a 200-pound capacity before the spare tire. So keep that in mind. That's great for generators, coolers, things of that sort. And if we look up top, you'll notice there is that LCI Insight camera system, which is really cool. That will Bluetooth to your phone. Note on that, you do have to have it run with your headlights on in your tow vehicle to make that work, because it gets power off of those clearance lights. Coming around over here, you've got your rear stabilizer jacks. Again, they're manual. You've got a 6 cubic foot, actually it's 5.7, freezer on this side and refrigerator on that side. You've got a handy little bonus drawer, and this is all galvanized rolled steel countertops, so you can leave this open in the rain. You have a real sink with a real drain into a real holding tank. Handy power outlet for, whatever you want to put in there. You've also got some blue accent lights and an extra little cabinet for all the outdoor kitchen essentials. Now, this model does not come with a grill, but you do have the propane quick connect down here. So if you've got a Blackstone griddle or something like that, you can hook this into the trailer, run it off the trailer's propane. You'll notice right here, you get a good look at me in the mirror, but this is a glass entry door. I would have liked to see them put a larger entry assist handle here, but I get it, it's a secondary entry door. And this does have the same MORryde step above steps that the front one is, that I'll show you here in a minute. Extra black tank flush here for the half bath, and you'd be surprised how many brands don't do that. You're also going to have a nice power awning. That goes over the slide out. I know some people don't really care for that, but on this floor plan you kind of have to. Outside speakers, cable and satellite, as well as 110 power. And then you have a mount where you can bring the TV outside, which is really nice. So as you can see, it does go over the slide out. Now that is only an 18 to 22 inch deep slide out. So and that awning will come out 8 to 9 feet. So you've still got plenty of room to set up picnic tables and things. That does have blue LED lights in it as well. You've got the larger entry assist handle. You're also going to notice that there's another one of those glass entry doors More rides, step above steps. These have the easy adjust feet and will flip up inside the door like I showed you on the inside. Lastly, you're gonna have the leash latch, so you can bring your fur babies with you. Hopefully you don't leave them tied to the bumper like National Lampoon's Vacation, but you do have a place to tie them up here. And then right here, I absolutely love their pass-through storage. It's so clean, so finished off very, very nicely. You're also going to have a couple of motion sensor lights, one on each side. That black box is your solar controller to keep from overcharging your batteries, and then you've got a handy battery disconnect right there. These also are going to use the magnetic catches on the doors with the slam latch baggage door locks for your pass-through compartments, which is really nice. This also has a one-piece PVC roof membrane that's got a 20-year 100% coverage, non-prorated defect warranty, so it will pay for the roof material if it starts to degrade due to manufacturing issues and things like that. It does not cover labor, but it pays the same in year 1 as it does in year 20, which is pretty awesome. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the 2021.5 Forest River Alpha Wolf model 33BH. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you have any questions, or if you'd like to know pricing and availability, feel free to post any of those questions down in the comment section below. You can also give me a call at 806-335-2336, or you can shoot me an email at contact@custom-rv.com. As always, guys, we thank you very much for watching. We hope that you enjoyed this presentation and found it informative. If you could do me a couple things before you go, if you could hit that like button down below, that lets us know how we're doing, and please leave us a comment. Let me know any feedback that you have for me. I'm always trying to do better with these videos to make them something that you want to watch. If you could, please hit that subscribe button, or at least consider hitting it. That keeps you up to date with all of our new content, and it will give you notifications whenever I post new videos. All right, guys, remember, at Custom RV, we don't do any hidden dealer fees. We leave those up to the big dealers. And also, remember, we know that RVs are made for women, so men can go camping. Thanks again, y'all. Let's get out there and go camping, and we'll talk to you again very soon. Peace.